Region 4. Zone 4, whatever you want to call it, over there anyway. President of the Men's Club. We've had a very busy weekend, a very busy month, and I want to just come up here to thank the residents and their participation. We had a great time this past weekend. The car show, the breakfast, we served 175 breakfasts on Saturday. We had, I don't know how many people we had in here. On Sunday, the Crafty Stitchers were in here, and they have some awesome items, which they're going to be back again for our next event, which is in November, which I'll give you the date on that in just a second. But the cars were fabulous. My wife, who has, since she was a child, been in love with a red 57 Chevy. And guess what was in the parking lot? And she got a ride in it. She took her, the owner of that took her for a ride around, and I mean, she was like a giddy child. It just wonderful. But I mean, the cars were beautiful. Just an event. If you didn't have a chance to get up there, we are going to have one again next year, and I hope that you'll have a chance to participate and come with that. The only cost that you have as a resident is your time. There's no cost to you. It only costs if you enter a car in a contest. And every car that was here, every person that put it in, and I'm sure Rich will reiterate this, but they received at least $25 or $30 back in gift cards and stuff. So it was a wash. It was like putting their car in for nothing and getting a whole bunch back. Plus, we gave out 67 other gift envelopes, and so I'll let you take care of that. But anyway, I want to thank the residents and stuff, because without you, none of this would be happening. We were blessed with the outcome of it, and we're going to be able to do the things that we were hoping to be able to do because of it. Our next breakfast is November 18th. That's the only event we're doing in November. But we're also doing it with Crafty Stitchers and the BCPO yard sale. So we're all going to be up here. It's going to be a crowded place. But come up and start your day with breakfast. It's only $8. It's a full meal catered by Breakfast Station. I'm sorry, I'm out of town. I'm out of town too. But not this Saturday, but next Saturday, we have another awesome event that, if it wasn't for the social dance committee, it wouldn't be near as good, because they've done an awful lot for us. In fact, they've been the primary maker of this Halloween dance. So I hope that you got tickets for that to come up and enjoy that night also. We're going to have judging contests for the Halloween costumes. So I think I said everything I need to. Especially want to thank the men in the men's club, because they come out, they put in their time, and we don't ask anything back from them. They just donate our time. So thank you.
Veterans Day, you're gonna be there.
Yeah, Gil wanted to mention we are helping with Veterans celebration on the 8th, 9th. Okay.
The 11th.
Hey, I know how to count. So we'll be there. Thank you.
Thanks, Lauren. Anybody else have a comment? And then Rich, I'm gonna let this young lady go. Oh, come on. Oh. No, come on up. Yep. And then we'll let this young man go right after this young lady.
Mary Ann Roselle, Unit 3, and I'll be very short because my doggy is on water pills. I'm not going to bore you anymore with the crime march, I will always say we need more people out, more people out, more people out. What I need to tell you tonight is November the 1st at 9 a.m. This is our regular meeting time, and if we still have signs out at the boulevard, our sign will be out there to remind you. It's always the first Wednesday of the month is the meeting. And the November 1st is, the meeting is going to be in here. We're trying to let as many people know as possible. We have Officer Groves who's going to come in and speak to us on scams and frauds. We are a generation that is ripe for fraud. And I know two people personally. One fellow paid several $1,000s several different times, was not smart, to get a woman from Africa. I have another woman who is trying to have checks for a band person, a person who plays music, in Croatia, because apparently Croatia must not have any banks. And she is very, very upset because, thank God, her bank has frozen her accounts on 3 different occasions because they understand that this woman is being scammed out. So this will be a very, very interesting meeting with Officer Groves. So I encourage you all to come and have a listen, because these scammers are brilliant in their approaches to everybody. They could have you thinking that black is white. So it's something, you know, as long as somebody explains to you what some of these frauds and scams are, it'll trigger something when you hear it. And know that no, it is not a good deal. So hope to see you on the 1st. Thank you.
Thank you.
Roger Bedard, Unit 2. I just want to take a moment to say thank you and appreciation to the whole board, all the unit reps, even Michael here, and take a round of applause for the wonderful job that you're doing with this community. I do have one thing to say though, regarding the vendors that come in on Sunday. Why, I got a question, a suggestion. Why can't they be stopped at the gate and told to turn around and leave? They're not allowed to do any work anyway. So what are they doing here to begin with? So if they're not let in, they ain't gonna do any work. That's just a suggestion.
You know, I can answer that. And it was because of, like I said, they had all the rain there one summer. They allowed everybody to come in when it was raining, and even, in fact, it's Sundays to bring people in. But that was just a temporary thing, and it's never been stopped. And it's time it was. We got people in here that's come in and solicit and try to get people to trim their palm trees on Sundays. You know, getting people to come in and say, we got air conditioners, air conditioner's gone. It's not gone, it's scammers. And they're in here and they're getting money out of them. It's time to stop it. And I'm sure that the guard shack is probably gonna get a little slack, but they're gonna have to turn them around and get them out here. And if they don't, we can call.
Linda, and then Tracy, and then I know Rich. Rich, I know you're waiting. I see you right back there. Oh, I'm sorry. Linda, can you let Linda, the other Linda? I'm sorry, Linda, I didn't. Linda Jaworski, Unit 6. To the BCPO Board of Directors and the community of Brookridge, the Rules and Regulations Ad hoc Committee was formed in 2022. The mission was to update the document into 2023 and beyond. The last complete review was done like 15 years ago. This is our best effort for the community.
The committee has worked very hard. We decided on language, discussed why each rule was important, and if it was enforceable in our changing community. We met with department heads, staff members, and to determine how the rules affect them in their day-to-day duties. After 15 months of weekly meetings, our committee has 5 remaining members: Deborah Burns, Daniel Bain, Mark Whitley, Paul Campbell, and myself. Gail Metcalf was our secretary and referee. And also, I'd like to mention Greg Schubert, who's no longer with the committee, but he was a great resource. We hope that the board will review our documents, vote on them, maybe, we hope by the next November meeting, and then adopt them within 30 days according to the bylaws. Also, we'd like you to review 3 deed restrictions, which I've put on the top of your packet. And if there's any questions, we'd be willing to reconvene, maybe in a liaison meeting or a workshop. And I'm sure there's going to be probably a lot of reason for us to reconvene. But thank you respectfully, the Rules and Regulations Ad Hoc Committee. And maybe, does my friend
Mark Whitley, Unit 1. I wanted to take a minute to explain to the residents that in making this new document, we had to follow a hierarchy in the governing documents. First and foremost is Florida Statute 720. There isn't, anything we put in the rules and regulations cannot contradict that law. After that, it's the deed restrictions. And anything that's in the deed restrictions, again, cannot contradict 720. We go down to the bylaws. The bylaws are really what the board uses to do their business. That cannot contradict the deed restrictions or 720. And then lastly, the rules and regulations. And the same thing, we cannot contradict anything above that. When the new document comes out, there'll probably be questions of why didn't they do this, why didn't they do that. Every single section of the old document was reviewed. A lot of things we wanted to do were not implemented because they would contradict the deed restrictions. That being said, George, you mentioned about losing your privileges when you're speaking. Again, before you really delve into that, I hope that you'll review the rules and regulations new document. We tried our best to address that, yet stay within the deed restriction. So, again, it's been a long 15 months. We're glad to be finished with it. And just like Linda did, I want to acknowledge Gail Metcalf for her hard work. At no point in time did she have a vote on anything we had to do with the new document. Her knowledge of the deed restrictions and 720 was invaluable to us, and she made a great secretary. That document you have in front of you is a product of her. That's all.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you very much. The other Linda.
The other Linda. Unit 4. Okay, you're talking about the vendors on Sunday. Why can't we have a sign put up at the guardhouse saying no vendors allowed to come in unless it's an emergency or something on Sundays? That would make it easier on those working if there's a sign up and they see it in advance. So, you know, if somebody's air conditioner or heat goes out for emergencies,
Right, water
We'll
heater,
still-
things like that.
we'll
That
still
is an
allow them.
emergency. Yes, I totally agree.
thank you.
Yes, thank you.
And also on the new rules and regulations that they just brought up, it says, with the exceptions of 8 AM on a Sunday or holiday. That means that they can come in on an exception. Well, I'm sorry, mowing a lawn right now is not an exception, so it needs to stop.
And I think common sense, prevails on that, you know, somebody's water heater goes out, things like that, you know, I consider that an emergency.
Tracy McCumber, Unit 2. I just want to let everybody know, I am the chairperson for the development committee, and I had quite a few inquiries about the parcel out front and being mowed, because after the cows left, it obviously didn't get grazed. And at any rate, I had numerous phone calls, emails, etc. I contacted the developer. The parcel has been mowed, so everybody, I hope everybody's happy. So we'll keep an eye on that, and I have direct contact with the developer, so if we have any issues, you're more than welcome to contact me, and I will take care of those. Also, I do not really participate in social media, but I was told that there has been talk of, oh, they're just going to start construction. We know that's not true. It will not start until the first quarter of next year. So, again, I just want to clarify that. But again, I implore you to, if you have questions, I can certainly get those answered through the developer. Thank you. Unit 2.
Thank you, Tracy. And also, you know, she talks about social media. It's really hurting us. All the negative comments. It's really time for everybody just to grow up, I guess, and get off social media. That's my opinion. Thank you.
Rich, did you have anything? I know you do. Don't act like you don't. Don't act all shy now.
Mr. Randy and Street, just want to thank everybody, all the workers for the car show, and let the people know that even the men's club did not pay for this car show. It's all free. All the money I went out and picked up, all the vendors, knocked at their door, I collected $1,500 worth of money. They're just asking for it. So simple. Hey, shake hands, someone selling. Worked out very nice, but one thing I'm mad about is people come to me and says, what are you doing this for? Well, because here, you do it. I let them be in charge of the car show. Everyone was quiet. If I'm running, I'm running it. I have 30 years experience in doing this. It's a piece of cake. Okay, so simple. And media, I'll tell you right now, somebody goes on Facebook and says, well, $25 is a lot of money for a car to enter. $25, let's see. The first 10 cars got $100 back for $25. That's better than CD money. You laughed. That was 10 of the top people, food coupons, oil change. I gave away $1,000 for that. Next group, I gave away 10 free lunches, $25. And went on and on and on. Everybody got their good choice out there. And every driver, it was free lunch. It was free. You could have brought out a car that needed a lot of work, doesn't matter. He would get more than the $25. So we're having it again next year. I have a lot of good people. I want to thank Terry, his wife, my Val, Terry back here, Chris back here. It was a great job. Everybody did a good job. I could use some more volunteers. So simple. And one of them was the hardest job ever, to hold a noodle and tell the car to stop. Hardest job ever, right? Right. I want to thank everybody. It was a good time. And just so the board knows, you okayed the property for me, right? For me, for $5 for a full year. And I had people yelling at me about parking in the parking lot. They sure did. So if that can happen again, I'm going to walk away and just say, you're in charge. So if you want to park out there, and it's the board's decision to do that, not mine. They gave me the property. So we go from there. Thank you.
And Rich, we also had some great entertainment out there. Our own Brookridge people.
Yeah, you know that there's, I know how you go, I mean, usually go back to music, 50 or 60 years. That's for the Bel Airs. The Bel Airs. And that's what you heard the music back in the 70s. So that's where they came from. So we try to do a good job, and I want to employ people who live here that come out and work for us. Thank you very much.
Is there anybody else with any comment? No? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, way in the back. I did not see you.
I had my hand up before. Sheila Walsh, Unit 3. About the God check, that's right, I had my hand up before. That glass that's going in there, is it bulletproof? Those people that were there at night, all by themselves, they're a target. You got a lot of crazy people out here. There was a shooting right on California today. You know, and instead of them having to go out, why don't they have one of those secret things, speak to people at night? Like say after 9 o'clock. Instead of opening that door. You know, I wouldn't do it.
Thank you. Does anybody else have any comments? Okay, we'll adjourn this meeting. Thank you, everybody. We'll adjourn it at 8:33. Thanks, everybody, for coming. Be safe going home.
See you tomorrow. Sorry.
I had to do the whole meeting by text.
I had to reboot this system 4 times, but I didn't change anything. No, this happened one time before, where YouTube just would not accept the feed. And it just, because all of a sudden it started and I went like, okay, everything's okay. And then all of a sudden the screen went all green. It was like,
We pay for to be able to do this on YouTube.
yeah, don't understand. This isn't a pro system. We're using this and we're using a free service on YouTube. It's like, and even if you pay, even if you go to the pro, you're not guaranteed you're not gonna have problems.
So it was the YouTube issue.
And like everybody's like, oh, any 3-year-old can YouTube. Yeah, but if you record a YouTube video and then upload it so people can watch it, streaming is different. This is, you know, and it's like,
That's what I was, oh, this person,
do they use Zoom or blah, blah, blah. Like I said, you know, it's not like I sit here and perform. It's like,
that's what I said, he's working on exactly things to other people just come up with. Okay.
it's like, hey, could it be the computer? Yeah, it could be the computer. It's Windows 7. It's like Windows 7 hasn't had support in what, 12 years? It's like,
Why not get a new computer? Have you talked to the
I haven't talked to him yet. No, because the other thing is, you may have heard of hold off till they come in because the phone is working on a Windows 7 machine. This is a Windows 7 machine. I'm gonna have a decent machine, but it's like
Forward, forward.
again, going back previous boards, there was kind of IT equipment. And to me, it's like that's like it's like, you know, it's like. Yeah. Yeah, I started the computer again. I keep whacking, I keep starting it, so it's just, but I didn't change anything. All of a sudden, just the fourth time, all of a sudden.
And it quit working again. What if they just say?
Well, yeah, and it's like, it starts streaming, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, and all of a sudden I went to, all of a sudden I look down, I go, what the hell? Because George is over there, and he's still on the camera over here. Like,
Well, that's what she's telling me, and I'm thinking, no, he's still. At one point, you were reading paper, and I thought, is he reading the instructions how to turn a computer
well, no, because
on?
I have the agenda with me, because I like to see where we're at, and all of a sudden I look up and I go like, what the hell?
I could have come over and told you, because she told me.
Oh, everybody, well, see, that's as soon as I see AJ walking towards me, because I hear all of a sudden the phone starts ringing, and it's like,
Okay, yeah.
I mean,